Birdgut is a free-to-play 2D platformer on Steam that was made by a group of 7 people. 5 of those were playtesters, 2 musicians, and 1 made all the visuals and code. I know I said 7 people, while you already know I summed up 8 roles, but that's because 1 person is credited with making music and playtesting. Yet, the small size of the team isn't comparable to the quality of the game itself, so I suggest we take a dive into this bread review to entangle the game of Birdgut. You are born as a disabled bee, who after 10 seconds of being alive you get disowned by the beehive and kicked out. Having lost your only relatives, you decide to go to an unemployment center where a bird eats everyone that is there. After being eaten, you notice that the bird is a brainwashing factory which enslaves swallowed insects to work for their oppressor, but because you are such an odd fellow, the drug doesn't work on you, forcing you to try and find a way out of this bird. After going through the stomach, you meet a group of insects that have been waiting for you. They call you the Hatless One, and it was a prophecy that the Hatless One would end this bird for once and for all, and this totally isn't a made up story to keep up morale. Don't look into it. Now your quest is to reach the gut of the bird and end it right there and then, hence the name Birdgut. The graphics also look amazing, by the way. The hand-drawn style really gives this game an original touch that I think fits perfectly with the story it's telling. It proves how you don't need realistic graphics to make something look good, because the beauty of this game is the simplicity itself. Also, I really like that the color scheme is white and black with a little bit of red sprinkled throughout. It gives a nice amount of detail without giving too much at the same time. There are also plenty of enemies throughout the bird. Some walk in a straight path, some charge at you full force, and some are objects that will crush you. There are enemies of every difficulty, from laughingly easy to Dark Souls, but the way they are distributed made some people stop playing the game, because that one part was just too darn difficult. Another challenging part of the game, but much less difficult, is the acid worm that tries to attack you while you run away. I think the reason people like this more is because the checkpoints are very forgiving and resetting happens almost instantly. Now, you might have reached this part of the review and are wondering, wait Rise, in what order are these levels? Also, I really like this video so far and I have subscribed. And to that I would say, thank you. And also that the levels are ordered from being eaten to reaching the gut to where you make your escape. And every level serves a function, from the suburban housing in the stomach to the mines in the lower intestines and the rocket storage in the gut. This makes every level unique, and I think that's something impressive for someone who made all the assets by himself. I also like the last few levels because once you reach the colon of the bird you just get a gun, and with that gun you can suddenly defend yourself. It is medium nice plot design because even though a gun sounds like it comes from nowhere, it kinda makes sense with the story, and it does improve the quality of the final boss battle. I told you there was a final boss battle, right? And if you don't think that multiple levels with different art and enemies, different challenges and problems isn't enough for you, then how about some secrets? In every part of the body is a skull statue that's hidden in the walls, the floors, it could be anywhere. And once you get all of them, you need to go into the main menu and press the secrets button to visit the 9. What are the 9? Well, they are So all the previous things I have talked about were made by this one madman called Micah Bouzier, who I probably completely butchered the name from. But like I said in the beginning, there were 2 music artists for the game as well. And even though music mostly takes a backseat from the visuals, I just can't describe how perfect it is when you launch the game and that music starts playing. The artists have talent. Alright. I know I've been sugarcoating this game the entire time, pointing out little to no flaws, but that's why we are here. It's time to tally the vote and see what I think of this game. The game is very polished. I have found 3 soft locks and it took effort to find those. The levels are well made with different challenges and locations, making this bird really feel like it's alive. The secrets are well hidden, and when I visited the 9, that was amazing. The music is good for the setting of the game. The final boss music did remind me of the flowery boss fight from Undertale, but I guess that's just me. Now we are here. the end of the journey. Having looked at every part of the game, and me myself playing the game 3 times, I think it's time for the final assessment. The game is good. It's not a long game, go check it out, it's free on Steam. Takes like an afternoon to finish, so good luck, and I hope you enjoyed this review. I should be saying some other things here, but it's the end.